It's time for America's favorite Rocket League game show.
Guess the Plat!
Yeah, that's right. My name is Sledge, and I'll be your host tonight. We have 4 specially selected members of our studio audience on the field, but that doesn't mean you can't participate at home too. Make sure you pay attention to special polls that'll appear in the right-hand corner of your screen at different times in the episode. Alright, let's get to the action. It's a beautiful night at Beckwith Park, and I'm excited to be joined by Memlo in the broadcast booth.
Hey Sledge, I'm happy to be here.
So why don't you set it up for us, explain to people what we got going on.
Yeah, so we've got a little mini game here, and I think the best way to describe this to everyone watching is that it's a combination of Sunless Cons, Guess Their Rank, and the famous Rocket League Mafia.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. We have 3 Diamond 2s and 1 Plat 2. And the Plat 2's trying to hide his identity. We're going to go through 3 games, running through every team variation so everyone has a chance to play with and against each other. And then afterwards, the players are going to be casting a vote of who they think the Plat is.
All right, Sledge, so we're here on Beckwith Field. It's nighttime. We've got a few players on the pitch, and they're diamonds and at least 1 Plat.
At least 1 Plat, yeah.
How do you feel this is going to go?
I'm not sure. Well, they've already scored.
1 on the board, 4 seconds in. Nice little kickoff here. And everyone has generic names, right? So how does this work?
So all these guys are on burner PS4 accounts. So that means you can make a PS4 account and we can't look it up. So neither player can look each other up. Me and you, we also don't know who these guys are.
And that's going to make it a little bit harder to figure out who's playing and how they're doing. See if anybody throws out any style or something flashy that kind of just makes them stand out.
That's right.
This K team kind of bringing the pain.
Yeah. Katarn. Okay, Katarn gets one.
It's like yarn, you know?
Yeah.
That thing that old people do with the knitting.
Katarn 82. Maybe he was born in 82. Maybe he's an old guy.
Well, I would believe that an old guy would be stuck down in the Plat range, so.
That's right, yeah. All right, so just give a little explanation of what the goals of the players here is. The Plat player, he obviously doesn't want to... He doesn't want to get picked as the Plat. So we have 3 diamonds, 1 Plat, and the Plat is trying to blend in. Now, our diamond players, they're trying to figure out who the Plat is. So when they play with the Plat or play against him, they're watching for mistakes, for play style, and at the same time, they don't want to get guessed as a Plat. So it's every man for himself here. It's not diamonds versus Plat, and you don't want to try and fool the other diamonds because that actually costs you points. So I'm going to go into the point system a little bit later. But basically, the only thing you need to know is that there is keys on the line here. So everyone is going to be playing their best.
Got a little bit of an incentive, motivator.
That's right.
Well, 3:40 left in this one, and pretty good possession control from the orange team. Blue team able to get a shot in to keep it at least a 1-point game, but I'm not seeing anything that kind of identifies any one player as being significantly better than the others. You know, there's some decent rotations going on, no double commits, some decent clears there.
And so basically average ranks here, our diamonds are diamond 2 and our Plat is a Plat 2.
Oh, cool, dude, with a save off the post. Can they keep it out, though? No!
That was... I thought that was going to be an own goal there. That was going to be my early vote for Plat. Right there with the own goal, but... Yeah, orange is looking good.
Orange is looking really good at this point. You know, still over half the game remaining. Maybe blue team can work something out, figure out what they're doing wrong. Not such great challenges, and they're just getting punished on a lot of these. Opening up the net, allowing Knowles and Katarn to do some decent work here. This is a pretty good read off the backboard here by Cool Dude, just beating out Knowles, putting it top corner. That's something to keep in mind.
I think they know we're talking about them. They're trying to make a good case for game 1 here.
There's definitely something to be said. You know, opting not to take the shot, I think that's the Plat way.
Oh, demoing. That's low-level tactics right there, right?
Yeah, that's what I hear from all the videos that you put out.
Yeah, that doesn't work in Diamond, so that might have been a plat move.
Going for a
Ooh,
double
nice.
touch.
Yeah, that was nice.
Double touch there is Katarn.
Yeah, these orange is relentless. They're not letting them get out. There's some double commits. So I think that the difficulty here, we're talking one rank, right? Which some people think is a huge difference, but I think the differences are small between the ranks. Would you agree?
It's hard to say. These lower ranks, some of the mechanics are starting to come into play. They're starting to get some rotation aspects down, trying to figure out how their teammates work a little bit quicker within the game, to figure out how they can complement their teammate. I just think at this rank, it is close enough that it's going to be definitely difficult to tell.
Yeah, it might come down to just speed and consistency, which in 3 games, it's hard to judge, I think.
Well, and we're going to be shaking up teams every game, so keep an eye out for each player. You gotta learn something about them throughout their play. Maybe some people work better together than others.
That's true. Yeah, adaptation to your teammate. That's another high-level skill.
Cool dude trying to help out Plastic. He's going for the demo.
Whoa, that was pretty nice.
That was actually really good. Just not on target, unfortunately. Yeah. Ooh, a little bump there.
Oh.
Ooh, nice little pass center. Teammate nowhere to be found, though. Can Orange get one more before time expires?
Let's take a look at the stats here. Blue pulled off a little bit more at the end. It's not as one-sided as I was expecting, as it looked at the start, right?
Yeah, definitely the quick start for the Orange team. Got them that 1 goal early, and then they went 2 up. Points don't mean everything. Some teams can get the fire going a little bit better than others.
Yeah. Okay, so these guys aren't playing for just pride today. We're going to be giving away a 30 key pot that's going to be broken up between the 4 of them. I'm going to give you a quick rundown how scoring is going to work, but we'll go into that more at the end of the 3 matches. So each diamond's going to start with 3 points. They receive 2 points if they correctly guess the platinum, and they lose a point for every one of their diamond peers that vote for them as a plat. So they don't want to be called a plat today. The platinum player has no vote, and arguably the largest gameplay hurdle to overcome. So he's going to start with 4 points. He's going to receive a point for every diamond player that gets voted to be a plat, so he wants other diamonds to look like a plat. And he will lose a point for every vote against him. And then to finish off the scoring, Memlo, you're going to get a chance to weigh in and give 1 point for your MVP of the series, and -1 for your MLP of the series.
Ooh, I get to pick the plat. And I don't know who any of these players are. These are all new names to me. I don't know how you coordinated or set this whole thing up. Hopefully I've got a voice of reason that makes sense. Oh. So this time we've mixed it up. We've got Cool Dude and Katarn on the same team. Katarn staying on orange, Plastic Tube staying on blue, and he's got Knowles as his partner.
Yeah. So, I don't know. In the last game, for weakness, I just kind of was viewing blue team as a whole. I didn't really pick a player that was weaker, eh? I don't know if one stood out to you at that time.
I was keeping my eye out for pieces and parts that I thought were working better for one player versus another. Cool Dude, maybe trying to insert himself into the plays a little bit too quickly, sometimes trying to take over for his teammate.
Yeah, okay.
So that could be something to watch out for, as Plastic Tube just looks for the pass here. He doesn't look to do it all himself and sets up Knowles really well.
Yeah, that was a nice pass.
And that's not something that we really saw last game. Plastic did get a pass towards the end of the game, and Cool Dude was way back on defense. So something to keep in mind there is different techniques for offensive rotation versus defensive rotation. Mm-hmm. And this is 2s, so there is a bit more open space than in 3s. So that was a good shot opportunity there by Katarn. Did you see anything about the orange players, though, last game?
I just thought they played well together, and they got their shots on net. That would be kind of my view of what Orange was doing last time.
That's a good long clear.
Oh, big save.
Yeah.
Big save.
Huge save. In a 1-point game.
Oh, in a demo?
Of course, you're catching all the demos. calling those out.
What's this guy? What? Well, did he get bumped there, or was that like a?
I think that's our double commit.
Fail?
I think that's our first open net goal, and Katarn will seal the deal.
There might have been a bump. I'm not sure. Some doubt there, but yeah, double commit. We'll call that a double commit.
They might have been trying to get a little bit flashy, trying to prove that they're not the plat.
Yeah.
Trying to encourage their teammate to think that, hey, I can hit this double touch. That makes me a diamond, right?
Yeah, that's what diamonds do. When you get to diamond, it's all double touches and air durables. That's what I heard.
Yeah, you don't have to focus on that rotation at all. You just, just put everything forward. It's all mechanical ability. It's raw mechanics.
Right.
All right, so cool dude, 100 boosts at midfield, sees Plastic 2 pick up the ball, knows he's going to have ball possession, decides to back off and get 100 boosts out of his own corner, boosting the whole way there. Very interesting tactic. You don't see that too often.
I've heard of 200 IQ plays, but not 200 boost plays.
Plastic trying to keep the pressure up. Katarn is home, though. This game is tied up, Sledge. This is very evenly matched right now. Any of these players.
Well, they're both going into the same corner. That's kind of
definitely suspect.
Yeah. Okay, so now it's Orange's turn to have a bit of a problem there in the defensive zone.
Plastic doing a pretty good job popping off this game. Still the onslaught from Blue. Ball in the corner. Corners are a good place to waste some time. Now we're just going to the other one. Time is ticking off the clock. The sands are falling down. That'll end game 2.
So Knowles is undefeated.
Knowles is undefeated, yeah.
And Cool Dude has yet to win. But once again, on the scoreboard, nothing really jumps out to me. So if we were to weigh in at this time.
At this point, I'm thinking it's probably between Plastic Tube, and Cool Dude. They had a rough start in game number 1. And Cool Dude, as he did switch teams, I mean, the results kind of stuck with him as he went. So those are my 2 bets right now. Plastic Tube maybe just looking pretty good because of his teammate Knowles, and they were able to work together really well. I'm not sure. What are your thoughts here, Sledge?
Yeah, I was leaning towards Plastic Tube for a while, and then he kind of picked up the pace there. So I'm going to just stick to Plastic Tube, make it 1 vote. And then you guys watching at home, there should be a poll in the right-hand corner right now. You can cast your vote. And while we have this lull in the action as we're about to get started, I just want to let you guys know that there's a very special episode of Cashmerk airing tonight. And you might want to make sure the kids are in bed for this one, though.
I actually talked with one of the Cashmerk producers in the hallway today. Apparently, they spent over half their budget on baby oil alone for this one.
Oh boy.
So it should be pretty interesting, to say the least. Game 3, about to start. This one's pretty exciting, Sledge. We get to really make our guesses.
Yeah, this is where it's all going to come together. And also, the Diamonds are going to be they're going to be watching. They got to make their pick too, and they only get 1. That's your chance to make points. Right off the bat here.
Really solid connection there by Knowles. Just sees the kickoff, sees the ball off the wall, takes the shot. Another 6-second goal for Knowles.
And that's our undefeated player. So I don't even know if I want to think about him right now. I might be looking at the other 3 for this game.
This is one where the viewers at home need to start paying attention, because this is where your vote's going to matter. Big clear from Plastic Tube. Big clear. And Cool Dude just floating and could not hit the save.
I think I should just talk a little bit about the plat I picked. Because I was on the lookout for your typical cocky plat. Eventually, I did come upon one, and he does believe that his teammates hold him back. So he's a Plat 2 player. When I asked him for a quote in regards to his expectations and confidence for this match, he said, "They won't see it coming."
They won't see it coming. What the hell does that mean?
I'm not sure. It's very ominous, eh?
Yeah, I mean, it could be anything.
Like, maybe it's like his teammates when he, like, bumps them or something.
His teammates won't see it coming.
No, they won't.
You won't know what to expect. Well, high expectations from the plat player.
Yep, that's what we want to see, though. You got to have confidence. If you want to put it all on the line here, you have to be confident that you can do it.
In Plastic Tube, we're on to you. That's some plat level play right there, bud. Really good shot, though. Tied up game, 3:30 left. This is game 3. Our decision has to come out of these 3 games.
Ooh.
This is the full rotation. Each player will have played with everyone else at this point. You feel bad for blue. It looked like a Feels backflip in the net.
Mm-hmm.
That's something.
That's like second time they've missed a decent save.
But they get it right back, you know?
Still a lot of game left, though. They're still grouping up a lot for my liking. A little bit too close to their teammates for blue.
Yeah, I can believe that. It looks a little bit like the kids chasing after the butterflies at the 6th grade youth soccer game.
Ooh.
You know, a little bit of confusion in the blue box, and that'll lead to a tie game. Were there any requirements that you said that these players had to abide by? Is there anything so that they are not quite as flashy or stand out as much as all the other players?
Yes. Well, they're on their fresh accounts, so they didn't really have much to play with. So the goal was that they should be all in octanes, so we didn't really differentiate between people playing different cars. Other than that, I said they didn't have to be a stocktane, and I just noticed, maybe you noticed the same, that we have one with a topper.
Topper and antenna as well?
Yeah. Now, is that a cocky plat? It's a cocky plat type hat. Or is that just a comfortable diamond, confident in his abilities? Like, it could go either way. Cool dude coming through with a goal. That was nice.
This is a really nice dribble, actually, and you can see the orange team with all the plats on this team not able to figure out what he's going to do with the ball as he puts that one right into the net. Just under half the game remaining, right at halftime, and you know, I'm starting to question my original game 2 predictions. Katarn also ripping shots at the net. Oh, on target!
Oh. There we go. Kind of an unfortunate bounce there.
Maybe a misplay in rotation as well. Blue team not quite sure who should be going for that one. This one could go the opposite direction. Oh, Plastic Tube maybe trying to set up that ceiling shot. Nope, he's got an air carry though. Flip reset maybe?
Oh.
That looked threatening.
Was that a plat trying to show off?
Oh,
or was that a diamond?
Keeping us second guessing this whole time. That's a good save from Knowles. Can they get the clear though? It's been in their zone for the past 50 seconds. And
we're going OT.
Yeah, we'll see that overtime. Now, is this the overtime that will rival RLCS's longest overtime ever, or a little bit quicker? Cool dude does like these dribbles. He does them all in ball cam, and he gets the goal right past Plastic Tube. Cool dude showed off his dribbles at the end of the game.
I think he's done this move once already.
Yeah, that looks very familiar. It's like we're seeing deja vu.
Yeah. See, Cool Dude was on my short list where I didn't know. I'm not sure about him. Once again, another close match, even stats-wise. All right, so now that the games are over, it's time for our players to cast their votes. And while we wait for them to do that, we're going to look over the total stats for the 3 games. And Memlo's going to select his MVP and MLP. Stay tuned. All right, so here is the combined scores for all 3 games. And it's time for Memlo to use his expertise and make his pick for MVP.
Well, a lot has to be said for Knowles and his ability to command each game and be the winner in each game. That makes him a really standout player. Saw some really good plays out of Plastic Tube, Cool Dude, and Katarn. It's a tough one for me, but I think I have to give it to Knowles for the MVP.
Yeah, 3-0. Doesn't believe in passing, but scores a lot of goals. So
yeah, no assists next to his name, huh?
And now, the dreaded MLP.
Can I get a drum roll, please?
It's not in the budget.
All right. Well, a lot to be said about Plastic Tube. Some misplays on his part, but he did look to pass quite often.
Yeah.
You had Cool Dude, who had some really good dribbling plays. I mean, that third game, that was his. He dominated. How do you not pick him as a diamond? And then Katarn played really well, played solid with all of his teammates.
7 saves.
7 saves. I mean, and he was just in there for every stat line as well. I mean, plenty of goals, plenty of shots. I'm going to have to give it to Cool Dude. I just didn't see the same level of play as the other 3 players.
Before we take a look at the players' votes, if you click the right-hand corner of the screen, you can enter your vote in right now. Do you agree with Memlo, or do you have your own idea? Now, I'm exempt from voting here because I've been handling the votes from the other players. Okay, so we have 4 votes here, and obviously the Plat does not have a vote, but I told him it was his chance to take a stab at one player. His vote is on there as the player he thought played the worst. So it's 50-50, Cool Dude and Katarn when we look at these.
So this is based off of playing against them and playing with them. Very interesting picks here.
Okay, so I think it's time for us to reveal the players, and we're going to start with Knowles. Knowles was your MVP, and Knowles was a diamond.
Whew.
Next, we have Katarn, picked by 2 players. Katarn is a diamond. And we are left with Plastic Tube and Cool Dude. And the final diamond is Cool Dude.
Oh, wow.
Plastic Tube was our Plat.
He deceived everyone. Congratulations to Plastic Tube.
As we go through the scoring now, Cool Dude receives -1 for each player that voted against him, and a -1 for being voted MLP by Memlo, giving him 0 points. Katarn is next. He received -1 for being voted as the Plat by Cool Dude, so he is at 2 points. Next, we have Knowles. He didn't receive any negative votes, and he got +1 by being voted MVP by Memlo, so he is at 4 points. And then Plastic Tube. He got a point for every person that voted a diamond as a Plat. So he received 3 extra points to put him at 7 to win first place and 12 keys. Well, thanks to all my participants today. Plastic Tube, Knowles, Katarn, and Cool Dude. You guys were awesome. Memlo, thanks for commentating and helping me out.
Anytime, Sledge. Happy to help.
And of course, big thanks to everyone that stuck around and watched to the end. If you enjoyed this, I appreciate if you'd subscribe and check out my other content. Also, let me know what your guess for the Plat was in the comments below. My name is Rocket Sledge. Thanks for watching.